Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you'd like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that, guys. I'm on the road to 1,000 subs. Every sub counts, so thank you very much. Actually, we just hit 570, so thanks for that, guys. 30 more subs and we're already at 600. It's so cool. But anyways, we got something to discuss today, so let's jump right in. Screen Rant. We're here on screenrant.com, and we are looking at an article by Sarah Smith. And a bunch of you guys wanted me to talk about this. But weirdly enough, I've already done a video on this. You guys might have forgot about it. I did a video on this on May 18th. So today is October 7th when I'm recording this video. October 7th. A bunch of YouTubers only figured it out now. What's his name here? Vixel, what's his name? Valiskabum94. The Owl House is canceled. Here's why. I guess a lot of YouTubers just, I've seen Clownfish TV also. I guess a lot of YouTubers just didn't realize that this had been canceled quite a while ago. But you can see right here, I did this May 18th, 2021. So this was months ago. Disney comes out of the woodwork to let us know that the Owl House is getting a season 3. Actually, I want to read that. Hold on. Let me go edit here. What did I read in the description? But plot twist, it is also the last season. So yeah, we've kind of known that it's been canceled for some time. So I guess a lot of people just were in shock for some reason. What else did I write? Well, that, of course, unless you send Disney handwritten letters. Yeah, so I looked on, I believe it was her Twitter. I haven't seen this video in a long time, guys. I'm going to be real. I haven't watched it recently. But, yeah, so I believe it's on Twitter, the creator, Dana Terrence, was literally please send in written letters to Disney, handwritten letters. You got, okay, watch this video, guys. You got to do me a favor. You got to watch this video. And basically, let me read it again. Disney comes out of the woodwork to let us know that the Owl House is getting a season 3. But plot twist, it is also the last season. Well, that is unless, of course... that is, of course, unless you send Disney handwritten letters by mail. LOL. Yeah, Dana Terrence let us know on her Twitter that indeed, unless people watch the show more or send Disney handwritten letters, I'm not joking there, then the show is likely wrapping up with season 3. I talk about it in this video. So there you go. You guys can go watch that one. It blows my mind. It's the only way to save this show is either to watch it more or to send Disney handwritten letters because they still read those. I don't know. Do kids still I know back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, the internet wasn't around. So kids would obviously send in messages saying I love this character, this and that. Right. But now it's we're in an age of email. We're in an age of YouTube where you could just send a video message, I just find that baffling that handwritten letters are making a difference in the show. But we're going to read this article today. So Screen Rant, Sarah Smith article. Disney canceled Owl House because it didn't fit the brand, says creator. So let's find out why. So, back then, I basically figured out, yeah, it was likely canceled. That's why I literally had this canceled logo right on there. So now we're going to figure out why. Let's find out here. So, the creator of the Owl House, Dana Terrence, has revealed that the show was canceled because it doesn't fit with the Disney brand. And I don't think that's I know this show has bisexual elements. I don't think it was canceled for that reason. I'll talk about it in a bit later when we keep reading here. The show premiered in January of 2020 with the first half of season 2 recently airing on the Disney Channel in the U.S., though a third season was confirmed to be in the works. It was also announced that it would be the show's last. Yeah, so I reported on that at the time. So a lot of people only figured this out now that the show is ending. I don't know why, but okay. The final season is rumored to release in 2022. The Owl House follows the adventures of a teenager named Luz, however you want to say it, Nakoda. By the way, I only watched the first episode, and I ended up quitting the show. A lot of people said that I should give it another chance, but I'm not going to. Now that I know it's canceled. Why did I quit? Why did I quit the Owl House? You guys might be wondering. So I watched Star versus the Forces of Evil, and I really liked the first 2 seasons. It was a villain of the week kind of show. It felt like a very 90s show. It had that weird theme song, weird looking characters and whatever. Even Marco's house looked like a very weird, setting. So it had a 90s vibe to it. The first 2 seasons, anyways. I really liked it. It was like, Ludo, the whole thing. If you guys go watch it. The first 2 seasons was basically Ludo trying to capture Star Butterfly's wand. He wanted the magic wand so he could do all kinds of evil shenanigans with it. And that was the basic plot of the show. Season 3, I feel like once they killed off Toffee, the entire show just kind of fell off a cliff. I think everybody agrees with that statement. Who's watched it. And towards season 3 and season 4, it became very woke. Jackie, who was previously like a main, I thought that they were going to do one of those, Archie, you have Veronica, Betty, and Archie. I thought it was going to be a love triangle, and the fans had to kind of guess, is he going to end up with Jackie, or is he going to end up with Star Butterfly? And then they had Tom, so I guess it was more of a square, a love square, because they had Tom the demon. They just threw away a lot of the human characters towards the end. Marco's friends, we don't really see many of Marco's friends, or the teacher. Remember, the teacher gets turned into like a goblin or an ogre or whatever. It kind of, the show just kind of went woke. And the writing fell off a cliff, and I just didn't. Towards the end of Star, I think the last episode was terrible. I really think the last episode was terrible. Basically, they destroy magic, and I'm just wondering, like, wouldn't every country in the world immediately start nuking all of the crazy shit, like giant spiders? I believe in the final scene of the show, we see like a giant spider like attacking a town or something like that, or there's like a spider like crawling around like doing shit. And people in our world, if we seen a giant spider the size of like a city, you don't think we would start blowing that shit up? Of course we would. So the ending of Star is just very questionable. I feel like it would lead to a lot of violence. Do you really think humans would like immediately associate with like all these monsters and magical creatures? I think the military would just go ballistic and think that they were under attack, and they would start killing all these like weird creatures and shit. That's my opinion anyway. I basically think that Star Butterfly plunged the world into World War III. Like, that's what I think would happen. You guys can give me your own take. In real life, what would happen if our world suddenly merged with a magic world? I think it would just be some kind of World War III level event. So, anyways, let's just keep going here. So, why I quit, basically, Star went woke, and I really disliked how the show was handled. Then they announced, Owl House was coming out, and I said, do I really want to invest in another show about a magical girl? And I was just like, they're going to make this woke. And then they did. They made it, bisexual. And Star Butterfly also was bisexual. They had like a scene where she's like blushing over some like black person, and Marco was in I can't remember. He goes through the dimension where time passes differently or whatever. And, you remember he's like a grown man, and there's that other like like dark skin woman, and it confirmed. Here, let me show you the picture. God damn it, Star Butterfly bisexual. There you go, right there. See, so Marco's like older here, and you see her blushing at that like kind of cave woman or whatever the heck. There you go for that. And so it was the same thing here. We have a magic girl who might be, probably bisexual, and the whole 9 yards. It was the exact same thing. And at least look, if you're a fan of the show, it got 3 seasons. Don't be depressed here, guys. But yeah, so it didn't fit with the brand. Let's keep going. The Owl House follows the adventure of a teenager named Luz, who discover I can't remember how to pronounce it. I think it's Luz, right? Luz or Luz. Or maybe I'm wrong. Is it Luz? I only seen the first episode, and it's been so long I legit can't remember now. Who discovers a portal to another realm. There, she becomes an apprentice to a witch named Edda, I think her name was Edda actually, and befriends a demon named King. And I think that little creature had the voice of Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, if I'm remembering that right. Sarah Nicole Robles leads the voice cast as Luz or whatever, accompanied by Wendy Malik. Okay, so these are just the voices, blah blah blah. We could skip that. Since the news of the Owl House's cancellation first broke, there had been some confusion as to why Disney would end such an outwardly successful show. My thought process before they say it here. Actually, let's read here. Now, in a recent thread on Reddit, Dana Terrence explained to fans exactly why the series was canceled, quashing speculation that the series was ended prematurely due to bad ratings or its positive representation of the Elementa P characters. Terrence instead credited the cancellation of Disney's brand. Read what Terrence said below. So what is it? At the end of the day, there are a few business people who oversee what fits into the Disney brand. And one day, one of those guys decided the Owl House didn't fit that brand. The story is serialized. So basically, that's why it was canceled. Serialized, it seems like. Barely compared to any average anime, laughing my ass off. Our audience skews older, and that just didn't fit this one. Guys' tastes. That's it. So it basically just skews older. So it wasn't aimed at children, and you have to follow a plot. So this is a very stupid reason, actually. And that's it. Ain't that wild? Really grinds my guts, boils my brains, kicks my shins, all the things. It sucks, but that's what it is. Wow, that's kind of wild. So basically, Disney just wants to cater to children now, and they don't want to have plot lines because I guess children can't handle plot lines. So yeah, we've been seeing this a lot in across the board. What I'm noticing, I've said this a lot recently. What I'm noticing is that we're losing a lot of these middling shows. Like the middling shows that bridge teenagers and adults. So Danny Phantom, we're not seeing shows like Danny Phantom. That's what I would call like more of a middling cartoon. I don't know, is that the right word I should be using? I don't know. Shows like Danny Phantom and Ben 10, some of my favorites of all time. We're losing these shows, and instead they're making shit like so perfect example is we used to get Teen Titans. Now we get Teen Titans Go aimed at children, and it no longer has serialization. That's exactly what's happening across the animation industry, but it's a two-way street. They're either making shit aimed at children, or they're making shit aimed at adults. And I think it's great to see that there's so many adult cartoons. Unfortunately, a lot of these adult cartoons end up having really garbage animation styles. I don't know what's been going on recently, but a lot of the animation styles, if you guys have been paying attention to Adult Swim, holy shit, have they been producing very bad looking shows. Let me just grab you. Let's go on this site, Yes Movies, right? Let's take a look at some of the stuff here. What if, I'm not going to count that one, but Loud House looks really good, I think. But that was more of an older one. That's been out for a few years. I Heart Arlo is a new one that looks good. Q-Force doesn't look that great, honestly. Teenage Euthanasia honestly, not that great looking. And then you have The Harper House, another show that's just not that great looking, and it came out recently, only got 5 episodes so far. My Chicago Party Ants, oh god, this show. Another one. This one has higher quality than The Harper House and Teenage Euthanasia. I actually think I Heart Arlo actually has higher quality than most of these here. And then another one, 10-year. I just did a video on this. I do think The Ghost and Molly McGee has decent animation. It's not the best, but it's decent. And 10-Year-Old Tom, that's a show. I still need to watch that, But the animation looks really bad, guys. Just looking at it, not the best looking animation. But some people tell me that that's part of the appeal for this show. This show, apparently, the bad animation is part of the gimmick. We'll see about that. I still got to watch that one. But going back here, so yeah, that's why it was canceled. Kids, it was specifically because they, serialization. It actually seems to be one guy, and that just didn't fit this one guy's taste. That's interesting that one guy has the power to cancel shows. That's, do they vote on it? I don't, I'd be curious to see how it works at Disney. Do they just have like a table of like 10 people and they're like, okay, we're canceling this one, all in favor? And, one guy says like, no, let's, maybe everyone was like, should we keep this one around? And then everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. And then one guy was like, no, I disagree. I don't know how it works at Disney. Maybe somebody in the audience who works at Disney could give us, an idea of how do they vote these things? How does this all happen? I don't know. But, Owl House, it's always sad to see a cartoon end. Look, just because I didn't end up watching the show, that doesn't mean that it wasn't a good show. That doesn't mean it didn't have fans. So I feel for you guys. I myself really enjoyed DuckTales, and DuckTales it ended. It didn't get canceled. It ended. The showrunners just ended it. And actually, I did a video once where we took a look at the DuckTale ratings, and the ratings were actually kind of bad, honestly. Very interesting. Very interesting. But, I guess serialized shows, they you really have to keep the audience captivated, or they really start falling off a cliff. So, it's very interesting here. Let's keep reading. Though no doubt disheartening to many fans who rallied for the reinstatement of the series, Terrence also assured fans that there were many more awesome episodes of The Owl House left to enjoy. The first 10 episodes of the second season are currently available on Disney+, with the second half on the way. Picking up from the season 1 finale, season 2 deals with the aftermath of the confrontation with Emperor Bellos, while also introducing new places and characters in the Boiling Isles. The series has been widely considered one of the Disney Channel's most successful, ranking within the top 5 animated series watched by 6 to 12-year-olds on cable. With widespread critical acclaim and praise for the LMNOPs and relationships, the cancellation of The Owl House seemed a strange move from Disney. However, despite the lingering disappointment, fans should be somewhat mollified by the explanation from Terrence as they look forward to the release of Season 2B and the eventual arrival of Season 3. So there you go, all canceled up there. And it seems to have been just maybe one guy who just acts the whole show. And I haven't seen The Ghost of Molly McGee yet, but it doesn't look like it's a serialized show from what I've seen. I could be wrong. I have to go watch it, but maybe I should have watched it before I did this video. Shit. But, yeah, guys, so it's been canceled for real this time, or not for real this time. It's like we have the full confirmation, and now we know why it's been canceled. So it seems like the reason is the younger demographic, and what was the other one? It just didn't fit in to this one guy's taste because of it skews to the older audience and the serialization. So older audience, serialization, apparently those are two big no-nos for one guy, which is really sad. It's just really sad to see that going forward, I don't know, does that mean we're going to get less shows like this? Because this is I feel like if they had did this, maybe if they hadn't ruined Star versus the Forces of Evil, maybe I would have jumped into this one. And in the future, how am I going to, now that I know that they're canceling shows like this, how am I going to get attached to shows like Amphibia and this show and Star versus the Force of Evil if I know that they're going to be canceled because one son of a bitch is just canceling shit like this? It's depressing to see, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I just wanted to give you this quick little update here and talk about it. And so now we know why it's been canceled. It's skewed older to an older audience and serialization. And so I bet it said the ratings were good, but I don't know. Serialization shows tend to nosedive over time. pretty hard, honestly. Like I said, go look at the DuckTales ratings on Wikipedia. You're actually going to be shocked. I thought DuckTales was doing way better than what they were actually doing. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me. Peace out. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, everyone. Peace out. Bye-bye.